Northwest Rural Electric Cooperative has celebrated a long history of service adapting to changes that have occurred in the electric utility industry. We serve 7,100 member owners, primarily in Sioux, O'Brien, Plymouth, and Ida counties in northwest Iowa. Meeting the ever-changing needs and demands of our members and being their trusted and valued energy partner continues to be the vision and goal of the staff and directors of Northwest REC. The primary goal of Northwest REC is to provide safe, reliable, affordable, and environmentally responsible power to our members. Our cooperative acknowledges that renewable energy is becoming an increasingly important part of electric generation. On-site distributed generation from renewable energy sources like wind and solar has gained momentum among electric users across the globe. This growing interest in renewable technology, specifically solar and its technological advances, can no longer be deemed a passing fad. Northwest REC has determined that the best way to understand solar generation and adapt to its increasing presence on our lines was to take the lead and put it to the test. There's much to consider as the electric industry explores the universe of renewable technology. While there are many approaches being undertaken by rural electric cooperatives and other electric utilities around the country, the directors and management team of Northwest REC believe that the development of a solar demonstration project would serve as a valuable way for us to learn and to work together with our members. Through this process, we hope to better understand how the future of distributed generation will evolve and to understand its place on cooperative lines. The Solar Demonstration Project serves as another example of our mission to work together with our members. We believe it will be an excellent resource for our members who are interested in learning more about solar generation. It provides some answers to their questions of whether it's the right decision for them to install a solar system at their farm, home, or business. There are many myths surrounding solar generation, and our goal is to clear up some of the confusion about solar energy through the demonstration project.
In 2014, Northwest REC took advantage of an opportunity to collaborate with several of our associated organizations to develop a solar demonstration project. Through this partnership, we established NWREC Renewables LLC to own, fund, and operate a solar photovoltaic or PV array. We appreciate the opportunity that we have to partner with our partners, and we look forward to sharing what we learn with our members, legislators, and others.
Once the solar array was operational, NWREC Renewables would collect performance metrics and share its learnings with member owners, legislators, and other interested parties. NWREC Renewables constructed a 39-kilowatt direct current solar array at the cooperative's Orange City headquarters facility with the intention to study its effectiveness as an on-site supplemental source of power generation. The solar demonstration project, installed by the cooperative employees, was completed in July of 2014. The system contains 96 panels producing 410 watts of power each. The electric current generated from the solar array is what's known as direct current, or DC. In order to transform this direct current into a usable source for electricity, microinverters were installed on the system to convert the generated DC power into an alternating current, or AC power, and interconnected with the electric system of our headquarters facility. Northwest REC is using a sophisticated software program to monitor the generation output on a real-time basis in order to understand our system's performance in a variety of weather and cloud cover situations.
We live in a region of the United States that experiences 4 distinct seasons, and we are aware that there are typically more sunny days in the summer than there are in the winter. On an average summer day in Iowa, the sun shines 70% of the time, while on an average winter day in Iowa, the sun shines only 50% of the time. It also goes without saying that total daylight hours and angles of the sun can vary by season. Not surprisingly, when we studied our system's operation, we discovered that the total generation output is better in the summertime than during the winter months.
Clouds and snow also play a significant role in the level of solar generation output. This graph shows our system's performance when the day began with no clouds versus its performance in the afternoon, when conditions became partly cloudy. Another performance chart demonstrates our array's reduced generation output during a snowy day. Accumulated snow on system panels also contributed to a reduction in generation capacity for subsequent days until the snow melted and generation output returned to normal levels. We were also interested to study the generation levels of our system during peak times. Peak demand constitutes the highest member use of electricity during any 30-minute period. During the summer months, the peak time normally takes place during the late afternoon or early evening hours of 5 to 7 p.m. In the winter months, peak use usually occurs during the morning hours of 7 to 9 a.m. Some would argue that a solar array may not provide enough power for when the energy is needed during these peak times, like before the sun rises and as the sun is setting. Lower solar generation output data produced from our system during these peak times demonstrate that our system does not perform as effectively as it does when the sun is at its zenith. Northwest REC decided to compare our findings to the hourly electric demand requirements of a hog finishing building. We analyzed the electric demand of the hog building during a 24-hour period in August and compared it to the hourly solar generation levels produced during that same 24-hour period.
During that month, Northwest REC's registered monthly peak occurred during the half-hour ending at 5:30 p.m. During that peak time, the solar generation output was significantly below the electric demand requirement of the hog facility.
We then took a look at the same scenario during a winter month. What we discovered was that the monthly peak occurred during the half hour ending at 8 in the morning. Our data shows that there was no solar generation being produced at that time. Our findings would support that while helping Northwest REC to reduce the overall amount of kilowatt-hour purchases made from our power supplier, electricity produced by solar may not be contributing much, if any, in the way of reducing our peak kilowatt demand charges. Demand charges account for over 50% of Northwest REC's total purchased power costs. Our solar demonstration project has served as a valuable asset in order to study the installation, interconnection, and real-time output performance of a 39-kilowatt solar photovoltaic system. We've learned much about how it works and how it can impact the energy requirements of our members. Northwest REC stands committed to understanding all of the benefits and drawbacks associated with the installation of solar arrays as a supplemental means of electric power and sharing this factual information with our members. We at Northwest REC welcome renewable energy as a valuable energy resource that contributes to a balanced energy portfolio and recognize its presence on our lines. Thanks to the efforts of NWREC Renewables, LLC, Northwest REC has been able to parlay the initial findings of our solar demonstration project to develop and modify our cooperative's policies regarding distributed generation. It is only through real-life application that the incorporation of safe and sustainable interconnection and net metering policies will ensure that renewable energies such as solar and wind will benefit our membership for generations to come. And as our demonstration project continues to teach us more about the generation characteristics of solar, we will share this information with you. It's the cooperative difference. As a member of the Touchstone Energy brand of cooperatives, Northwest REC is dedicated to serving our members with innovation, integrity, accountability, and commitment to our community. Looking out for you is just one of the many benefits of your cooperative membership.